This is a review of the BROWEY PN-C600 portable power station. What you're going to get is a unit that looks like this. Let me turn this so you can see all the ports. I'm in the sun right now and I'll turn it around in the shade in a second, but what you basically have is a display button. You've got outputs that'll go to a USB plug. The PD 65 watt is meant, I believe, for a laptop. And then you've got the quick charge 3.0 18 watt USB that'll quick charge any quick charge compatible device like a cell phone. It's got these little plastic gaskets, or rubber gaskets, sorry, to cover it up to block it from getting hit with water or dust. Below that, you've got the input port. You can plug in the included AC adapter into any wall outlet and charge it that way if you don't want to do the solar charger. You also got two DC outputs. I'll show you these in a second. The unit comes with a lot of adapter plugs that'll fit most any electronic device. Next up is the AC output. It'll max out at a little over 600 watts, but I doubt you'll have anything that requires that much unless you're running some pretty heavy equipment. And then your other charging option, if you don't want to use the solar array or plug it into a standard outlet, is you can also plug it into your car outlet. I do this a lot when I'm driving to a campsite if I forget to charge it before I leave. So I just wanted to go over the other things that are included with the product. This is the charging adapter. It's a two-piece adapter, just like a standard laptop battery adapter. You've got the cord that plugs into the wall, and then you've got the other piece that plugs into the input port right here. That plugs in, plug it into your wall, and you're good to go. Next up, for these two DC outputs, what you're going to get in the box is a double female-ended cable. You can see the plug right there, plug right there. One of these will plug into the unit, and the other one can be adapted by plugging in one of these guys. As you can see, it fits right in there. So no matter what piece of electronics you have, you always have a adapter that can plug into it. So instead of buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, instead of buying 10 of these cords, you just buy one, then you have these adapters. And then next up is the car charger. A lot of cars these days, especially the new ones, they don't have this cigarette lighter, so you may not be able to use it. However, you can probably find it's still available in most used cars built within the I would say earlier than 5 years ago. So this is what the unit's going to look like when it's fully deployed. It basically doubles in size. This is going to move up and down on a very significant hinge. This isn't going to break. This is very strong. The same can be said for the tripod or the kickstand below. Very solid construction. I always worry about this kind of thing being flimsy and breaking very easily. Maybe a strong product, but if it's built with weak fasteners, it's a weak product. But this is a good product. So there's a lot of sun right now, but basically when you deploy this, when you open up the solar array, the display is going to automatically turn on, and you're going to be able to see how many watts it's able to pull, and that helps you fine-tune where you're pointing your solar array at so that you can maximize the number. It's going to do a max of 30 watts, so that helps you determine where you're going to turn the solar array to get the maximum number of 30.
So this power station weighs in at about 23 pounds or about 10.5 kilograms for our friends on the metric system. So it's quite manageable as a portable power station. The lithium iron phosphate battery is rated to maintain about 80% of its original capacity after 3,500 full charge and discharge cycles, which effectively gives it a useful service life of about 10 years or more. The AC inverter, as I mentioned, is rated for 600 watts continuous and up to a 1200 watt surge or peak. And as you can see, all the input and output ports are kind of covered with these little rubberized covers, which are just a little bit fiddly at times, I have to say. But when you get them seated properly, they do provide a good job of keeping debris and moisture out. So it does have an IPX3 weather resistance rating, so it can withstand a little splash here and there, but you wouldn't want to leave this thing out in a downpour. And you can charge this thing via the included AC adapter, which outputs 108 watts. And that allows you to charge the C600 from 0 to 100% in just about 6 hours. So you can also charge this on DC power via the included 12-volt car adapter or via solar at up to 100 watts. Now that's in addition to the built-in solar panel, but we'll see how all that works in a minute. So the solar input range is always important to know. It's 12 volts to 30 volts at about 4.5 amps. So most 18 volt 100 watt solar panels should work just fine with this unit. But as with anything, you want to kind of double check the manual on those solar panels to make sure that the ISC rating or the short circuit current rating doesn't significantly exceed that 4.5 amps. Anything up to about 6 amps should be completely fine, but anything much higher than that, and you could end up tripping the protection on the C600, in which case you'd get no solar output from that particular panel. So just be aware of that. As far as the ports on the output side, there are two DC 5525 ports, not 21 ports, and they output 12 volts at 10 amps max. There's two 18-watt USB-A ports and one PD 65-watt USB-C port. And then finally you have the standard 12-volt 10-amp car socket and then just one single AC outlet.